Uncle Yoge said, "A bum is a plate, and it's used to smell." He said his tongue is the only clean sponge for a smelling plate. After washing it, he pour oil and use his finger to massage the oil. Uncle Yoge will ask us, "Do you like the oil? Should I add more?" We told him yes. Uncle Yoge used to dance with his waist each time. Mommy.
Chioma finally opened up. This time around she was shedding tears, seeing the fears and pains in the face of her mother. After watching this video, you will see the reason to teach your girl child or even the boy certain words and their meaning so nobody can trick them with them. Let me share with you a story that is both chilling and eye-opening. It's the story of trust, betrayal, and a hard lesson every parent must learn about protecting their children. Motsi was a wealthy businessman in one of Africa's busiest cities. He was not only rich but also kind-hearted. Many young men admired him and came to learn the ropes of business under his mentorship. These apprentices, all male, lived in the boys' quarters of Motsi's mansion, a house so big it could accommodate a small village. Motsi provided everything for his apprentices. Their only responsibilities were to work hard, behave well, and learn the business. Among these apprentices was Uncle Yoge, a young man who stood out from the rest. Yoge was different. While others would relax after a day's work, Yoge was deeply religious. He would wake up before everyone else, lead morning prayers, and ensure they all attended church on Sundays. This dedication earned him admiration from Motsi and even more so from Madam, Motsi's wife. She trusted Yoge completely, often praising him for his hardworking nature. "Look at Yoge," she would say, scolding the maids. "He works faster than both of you put together. He's already prepared the girls for school while you're still slacking." Tui. Over time, Yoge became more than just an apprentice. He became like family. After 6 years of loyalty and dedication, Motsi was ready to settle Yoge, a term meaning he would help Yoge start his own business. In fact, Motsi was so impressed with Yoge that he considered partnering with him instead. Because of this trust, Yoge was given free access to the main house. He could come and go as he pleased. He spent a lot of time with Motsi's 2 daughters, Chioma, who was 10, and Dima, who was just 6. The girls adored him. He played with them, helped them get ready for school, and even drove them to church on Sundays. Yoge seemed like the perfect uncle, a kind and helpful figure in their lives. One quiet Sunday afternoon, the family received an unexpected guest. Dr. Dileba, the proprietor of Chioma and Dima School, arrived at their home. Dr. Dileba was more than just the owner of the prestigious Shining Star International School, she was a close family friend. She often referred to Motsi as her brother, as they came from the same hometown. But on this day, Dr. Dileba wasn't her usual cheerful self. Her face was serious, and her tone was urgent. "Madam, I need to speak with you privately," she said. Madam, sensing something was wrong, led her into the sitting room. Just as they were about to talk, Chioma and Dima ran in, excited to see their school mommy. Dear Dileba stood and embraced the girls with feigned happy face. She was not that happy woman Motsi's wife used to know, and that was what she was about to discuss before the girls ran in and interrupted them. Chioma, you and your sister grew taller this weekend. She teased the girls who blushed endlessly. Both of you walk to the television, and stand there facing the television. Let us see how tall you have become today. Dr. Dileba said to the girls, who did as she said. The girls giggled and did as they were told. But as they turned their backs, Dr. Dileba subtly pointed at their dresses. Madam's heart skipped a beat. The back of their dresses was wet below their buttocks. After sending the girls out of the room, Dr. Dileba revealed what she had come to discuss. One of the teachers at the school had noticed something strange about the girls. Their dresses were often wet when they sat down or stood up. It seemed odd, and the teacher thought it was worth reporting. Dr. Dileba suggested they question the girls gently. Madam, now visibly worried, called the girls back. Chioma, Dima, she said softly, does anyone touch you in a way that feels wrong? The girls looked at each other, confused, but then began to speak innocently. Uncle Yoge washes our plates, Chioma said with a smile. Madam frowned. What plates? The girls giggled and pointed to their private parts. What should are we to do? Motsi's wife stammered amid confusion and fear. After a long deliberation, Dr. Dileba asked for a permission to speak with the girls. 1 or 2 questions, the girls innocently and happily kept on mentioning that Uncle Yoge used wash their plates, and when they mentioned plates, they touched their vagina. The girls also said he told them they have dirty plates each time and said he needed to wash them. He said his tongue is the only clean sponge for our smelling plates. After washing, he poured oil and used his finger to massage the oil. Uncle Yoge would ask us, do you like the oil? Should I add more? We told him yes. Uncle Yoge used to dance with his waist each time. Chioma finally opened up. This time around she was shedding tears, seeing the fears and pains in the face of her mother. They were asked to demonstrate it. The 2 girls pulled off their skirts in innocence and pulled their legs wide open. While on that, Uncle Yoge walked and was shocked for what he saw. As he tried to move back, Dima said in innocent,
Uncle Yoge, come and watch my plates. I am closing my eyes.
He wanted to run, but Motsi has been standing by and listening. He grabbed Yoge on the neck and drew him inside the sitting room. In no time, neighborhood watch blew the security alarm and the estate became fully alerted. Uncle Yoge was still screaming and calling on his God that he was innocent of all the accusations when the camera technician landed and began to pull video clips of Uncle Yoge's abominable acts with the children. He has really done evil in the house and no one suspected him. I mean, he has sucked the children's veggies for over 4 years and nobody was aware. Motsi's wife fainted. Motsi's brain was puffing out like a popcorn. He doesn't know which to do again. Whether to leave Yoge, whom he has been holding on the waist of his trousers, or to go carry his who just fainted. On the second thought, he called the driver to drive her to the hospital so her BP be checked. Back to the story. Where did we stop? As the girls began to demonstrate, pulling up their skirts and spreading their legs, the door opened. Uncle Yoge walked in and froze. His face turned pale as he saw the girls demonstrating his actions. Before anyone could speak, little Dima called out, Uncle Yoge, come and wash my plate. I'm closing my eyes. Motsi, who had been quietly observing from another room, could no longer contain his rage. He stormed in, grabbed Yoge by the neck, and dragged him into the living room. The commotion drew the attention of the neighborhood watch. Within minutes, the entire estate was on high alert. To confirm their worst fears, a technician was called to review hidden camera footage from the house. What they found was horrifying. Yoge had been abusing the girls for over 4 years. One video even showed him with Dima when she was just 2 years old. The evidence was overwhelming. When Motsi saw the footage, the abuse of his second baby, as tender as she was, he collapsed as well. This story is heartbreaking, but it carries a powerful message for every parent. Know who you leave your children with. Motsi and Madam trusted Yoge because he seemed kind, religious, and hardworking. But behind that mask was a predator. Parents, never assume someone is trustworthy just because they appear good on the surface. Watch closely. Ask questions. Pay attention to your children and the people around them. Your child's safety is your responsibility. Don't leave them with strangers or even with trusted individuals without being absolutely sure of their intentions. Protect your girl child. Protect your boy child. Protect your children.